Hey, let me talk to you about Dck Jhnsn is Dead, a 2020 documentary by Kirsten Johnson, um, in which she follows her father, uh, Dck Jhnsn, a psychologist who has dementia and is kind of rapidly kind of going downhill in what he can remember, his memories, and all that stuff. Um, and it's a strangely joyful documentary where it gets structured around kind of playful, black humored scenarios of, like, imagining all the ways her father could die. You know, early in the thing, he's walking down the street and a air conditioner falls out of a thing and it smucks him, um, or he falls downstairs or stuff like that. Um, and they get stunt guys to kind of he's walking down the street and then they get a stunt guy to do the rest of the stuff, or him to fall or him to get stabbed or things like that. But in between, they kind of just sort of they talk about his life. They talk about his wife, Kristen's mother, who died of I think it's Parkinson's. So had kind of gone through the same thing where basically by the end she didn't have a person. She didn't have personality. Um, it also imagines like the Seventh Day. They're Adventists, 7 Day Adventists, and it's like this whole thing of the conceptions of kind of like conception of the afterlife, of like heaven, of like he was born with feet that are are oddly shaped, and they have it like Christ is washing his feet and they magically change into just regular feet, or him dancing with his wife, except what they do is they get kind of old black and white pictures of him and his wife, and they put them on dancers and they're dancing in a kind of slow-mo kind of fantasia, um, and and probably the most touching thing is it just having a funeral before he dies where he gets to see it. Um, and it's sort of a really wonderful way of celebrating this guy who is still quite joyful, quite open, but is losing stuff. And, you know, throughout the course of the film, it gets more and more. Um, so yeah, you'd think it would like, oh, this is morbid, you're taking advantage, but it's like actually this guy is so full of life, so so happy to be with his daughter, to do stuff with his daughter, that it's this wonderful kind of reaffirmation of their relationship, and him visiting, talking with like all the other people in his life. Um, there's the final scene where there's the best friend giving him his eulogy, but it's his eulogy while he's still alive, but it still hits him, and it's got to be the saddest part of the goddamn film for me. Um, and it's like by the end of the film, Dck Jhnsn is dead, and Dck Jhnsn is still alive. He's still like you can tell that this is a guy who is going to live on, past his own death, which he obviously has because he's passed away by now. But Dck Jhnsn is not dead. Dck Jhnsn is most definitely long live Dck Jhnsn, as the director and I guess co-star of this documentary says at the end. Long live Dck Jhnsn. Yeah. Yeah. That was a really good examination of a man's life and a man's death. All right, more videos later.